Live from the Texas Cheer Liquors Studios. It's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, man. Did we pull back the curtain and just say what happened?
Yes. Yes.
I'm not sure. It might be my fault. I don't know.
No.
So we were talking about how we were going to do shows this week, which happens to be Christmas week if you're not watching this live. And we had a discussion about doing shows at home this week so we could be with family and not have to get in the car and commute and all that kind of thing. And we got a good setup at home, so why not just do shows at home this week so we can just get right back to the family? And Rudy showed up at the usual studio down in Southtown. And then I got to thinking, wait, I thought we were going to be at home all week. You know, communication issues. I'm sorry. We're late.
That's me. It's me.
I guess.
Look, there's three of us, right? There's three of us. Two people were at home. One wasn't. It's on me. Like, I get to the studio, like, I'm not paying attention to my phone. I get to the studio. I'm parked. I'm chilling. I'm like, oh, Mike's not. I beat Mike today. I was happy.
Oh, no.
And then I get the text, Jose, let's connect real quick. And then Jose says, okay, I'm in. And I say, oh, shit.
And I'm just
that's communication for we're at home. So put it in reverse. Shoot back home. So as my name is today, punch me, not Buki, because I know everybody's already punching Buki.
He's the producer. Anything that goes wrong is always going to be his fault. All right. So here we go. It is Monday as we do Christmas week shows. It is show 469. It is in the building from the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios, which today emanate from my apartment, Rudy's home, and Jose Bouquet's apartment in the greater San Antonio, Texas area. He is the audio disseminator. If you'd like to come on here and shoot us a Christmas gift, we would love to accept it from you. I will use the money we make today by Christmas shopping myself, which I have not even started here on the Monday before Christmas, which is on Thursday. So punch me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, yeah. We're going to make up for lost time today, though, when we get off the air with this. So, and I'm making my daughter go with me, too, because she'll be helpful in helping me pick stuff out for certain individuals.
I sent my wife. My wife's on a mission right now, so she got it.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Rudy forgot that we were going to be at home today because he's so excited to leave the house every day where it's him and a bunch of women all day long.
Yes. Yeah, Mike was like, hey, man, take your time. I'm like, man, he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, I don't care about that drive. That's my therapy. I'm just mad that we're going to start the show. I'm more mad about starting the show late than I am. I'm used to driving. I live in BF Egypt, so it's cool.
Rudy lives with his wife, a 7-year-old, a 17-year-old, or is she 18 yet?
17.
And a mother-in-law.
And my mother-in-law.
So Rudy is always happy to get out of the house to go to work. And
it's all good.
Boots don't bother him. So here we go. God almighty. All right. If you want to shoot us an early Christmas gift, you may do so via the super chat. Jump into the chat. And if you'd like to tip us for the end of the year for a reward for all of our hard work we've done for you, tap dancing and entertaining the people, you can jump into the super chat. You can choose a tip for as much as you want. Subscriptions, as always, are absolutely free to our channel. And you become a member and get all of our members only exclusive audio and video and all of our swag we give away too by going to the YouTube channel and clicking join and follow the links, and you can become a member for as low as $4.99 a month. And away we go, and money's already in. Thank you, Aaron. We'll get to you here in a minute. All right, man. We got a world championship here. We got to crown a champion.
Let's do it.
We do it the right way. We don't have a committee with 12 white dudes over 70 and one token athletic director who was a former female athlete.
Damn.
We let the people decide. We let the people vote on who the number one team is. And this year you have put Aaron Rodgers and Lane Kiffin in the 2025 Douchebag of the Year Challenge Tournament of 2K25. It has been posted, right, Bouquet? It's up there for people to vote. Right, Bouquet?
Yes.
Okay. So get on
Probably
there.
unmuting myself there for a hot second.
Okay,
Yeah.
and vote away to your heart's desire. Aaron Rodgers against Lane Kiffin, a couple of football guys, one who is going to go to the Hall of Fame and one who has no shame in Lane Kiffin by jumping a playoff team for another team that didn't even make the playoffs because he likes them better and they've given him more money or whatever the reasons were.
He might win a natty there.
I'm not honestly.
I'm not gonna rule that out for him. I mean, look what he's done with Ole Miss this year. That's at Ole Miss. Don't get me wrong, they got some money down there. But if you can do that at Ole Miss, you can do that at LSU for sure. So he might be a douche, but he might be a natty.
Yep. And in LSU's defense, we don't care. I mean, they didn't hire him to date the athletic director's daughter. They hired him to go win the national championship.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, and you still have him in the final, America. So vote today. Aaron Rodgers, who before he got to the championship, he dispatched Draymond Green, and then he beat Bill Belichick, and then he beat Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, to get here. Lane Kiffin's road to the championship, he went through former Mavs GM Nico Harrison, and then he took care of Uncle Dennis Robertson, the infamous uncle of Kawhi Leonard, and then in the Final Four last week, he beat Austin's own Elon Musk to set
Who
up
had the tougher road? Who had the tougher road to the finals?
I would say Lane had the tougher road.
I think Lane. I would say
Nico
Lane because
Nico.
Elon. That's a tough one.
Yeah. So there it is. Who would you vote for? We don't vote, but if Rudy J had a vote,
it's Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers all day.
All right. Yeah, he's just at least Lane's fun about his D-baggery, you know. Where Aaron's just always Aaron Rodgers is the last human being on the planet that I can think of that I'd like to go party with.
Oh God, he'd be dead last.
He's just always an asshole.
Dead last.
Yeah.
I do not want to have a beer or ashwagandha with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, can you imagine him calling you up? Hey man, I'm gonna grab a beer. No, why? How'd you get my number?
Please get the fuck out of here.
No, man, I don't want to hang out with you, bro. No,
so I know this spot that has organic beer.
Right, I know. How dumb. Yeah, you guys want to go grab dinner, but it's got to be at a vegan place.
Yeah,
it's got to be black beans. I can't even have meat on the table where I sit. So
yeah,
you're invading my space by even having meat. Oh, and sugar on my table. That guy just never has a good time. You think a guy? How many MVPs is he win? 3?
I want to say 4. It might be 4, man.
All right.
It might be 4.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
He's a badass. In between them lines, he's a badass.
Yeah, but just imagine hanging out with him. Honestly, I might be embarrassed. I just wouldn't want to hang with that dude. He's the antithesis of regular, generic guy that we are. So, all that being said, y'all vote for whoever you want. So we'll see how it goes at the end of the show. All right. So Bouquet, help us keep up with that. All right. Let's get into for far as I'm concerned, and we go back to yesterday's post-game show. That was the last Cowboy game of the season for me. I'm not watching any more of those assholes. I'm done.
Yeah.
You plan on watching any more Cowboy games?
Yes. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I am gonna watch them because I want to see if they're gonna play some of these other guys. See if it's anybody worth keeping. I'm gonna watch them.
All right. Well, I'll let you be our Cowboys reporter next Monday. We
can spend 2 minutes on it.
Do they play
Commanders,
the Giants or the
Commanders or the Giants? I think it's the Commanders first.
At this point, I hope they lose both so they can get a better draft pick. Lose both of them.
That's a good point, Mike. How many first round picks? They still got 2, right?
No, they traded one for.
They traded one. That's right.
For Quentin, but they still have 3 in the next 2 drafts. Yeah. And I said this yesterday on post game. I am altering my approach to how I view the Cowboys and how I cover the Cowboys, because the Dallas Cowboys are not serious about winning games. If they were, then they would do anything it took to win these games, and they don't. They want to win games doing it their dysfunctional way. I am not going to participate in that because I look at these games from the standpoint of they are doing everything they can to win them, but they're not management. not in who they hire for coaching, not in who they bring in for personnel, all these things. The Cowboys are not serious about winning games, which makes the season brutal. The games are brutal because you know that that's not the best possible team that they could be fielding. And you know there's dysfunction, whether it's we're mad at Trayvon Diggs, so we're going to make him sit for 3 weeks as a healthy scratch and then finally activate him when we're not even in the playoffs.
It doesn't matter.
Personal
I think
stuff
that was
like
more of a message to him. Like, hey, yeah, we know we could have used, like, again, they're the only organization that will have a tiff with someone, not send them home, make them stand on the sideline and must win games. And then they want to send a message to him like, hey, you know how much we hate you? We're going to play you in the game that doesn't matter. Like, that's the type of stuff they participate in. Like high school mean girl stuff. Like, that's mean girlish. Like, okay, we're eliminated. Get out there, Trayvon. They're going to be, they will be actively trying to move him. But the thing is, you've devalued him. So now I don't think he was worth a 1 or a 2 to begin with. But now you're looking at a 5 or 6 for Trayvon Diggs because you've devalued him. You've made him look like he's a malcontent. And now teams are like, we know y'all want to get out from under that contract. You want a 5? We'll give you a 5. Oh, that's not good enough? All right, call me later. When everybody else tells you he's only worth a 5. So while they're going to be actively moving him, but you're not going to get anything for him, and that's your own doing.
Yeah. This group just fielded the worst possible. They fielded the worst secondary in football, which is why we're here. They've given up over 30 points now after yesterday's shellacking by the Chargers. 8 times? They've given up 30 or more? I think it's 8 times.
Sure.
8 times they've given up over 30 points because they have decided to put the worst secondary, certainly in my lifetime, out there on that field. They traded for Quinnen Williams, and that was great. They, traded Micah Parsons and got 2 number 1 picks, and that was great. But the dysfunction eventually will catch back up to them because what I put this on is coaching too, because when you have a crappy culture, you wind up hiring guys that you like rather than the best possible guys. Oh, we need a defensive coordinator. Oh, I'm good buddies with Mike Zimmer. Let's just go dig him up from football death and pay him for a year to have one of the worst defenses in football. Well, that didn't work out. Clearly, we got to get rid of him. Let's just now that we've fired our lame duck head coach Mike McCarthy, let's just bring in my good buddy Shoddy because he's really funny and I like to hang out with him and all the guys in the locker room like him. To hell with a national search for a coach. We'll just hire Shoddy because he's already here and it's easy. And who do you want for the defensive coordinator? Oh, you know Eberflus? Okay, even though he sucks and he failed in Chicago and they couldn't wait to run him out of the door and he was a horrible leader in the room, let's make him the defensive coordinator. And then you wait till you're mathematically eliminated and you move the guy to the box because he's going to do a better job, Rudy, calling defense from the press box.
That didn't work.
We've done this all season long, but let's do it when we're mathematically eliminated from the postseason. Yeah,
didn't work.
They're not serious about winning.
Amen.
And so starting today, and I've had moments in my career where I've gone into this category, I'm readopting the phrase just entertain me. I don't care if they win or lose anymore because they're not serious about winning. So that doesn't matter. The games don't matter to me as much. What matters to me is the off season, drafts, free agency period, training camp. What also matters to me is social media posts, fun bullshit on social media. So basically the off-season social media and cowboy bullshit. Just entertain me. I don't care about winning. Just entertain me, baby. We're going back to that because I will not expend any more emotion hoping they win games. Just entertain me whether you win or lose. Just don't bore me. Give me a reason to watch. And the only reason to watch you, because you're the Kardashians of pro football, is that you entertain me with your bullshit and your social media posts and cool haircuts and cool kick-ass cars and cool clothes to the stadium and this kind of thing. So going into I'm starting today. It's just about if they do something funny and entertaining, awesome. Oh, you got another Netflix documentary? They're going to talk about the glory days when they actually took winning serious. I'll watch that. But the games, I ain't watching no more. They got 2 games left. I will not be by the channel. I will not waste any more energy on a Sunday here in the holiday season watching their asses for 3 hours.
Especially a Sunday as beautiful as yesterday.
Right. They messed up
in San Antonio anyway.
Yeah, we had an amazing Sunday down in South Texas weather-wise, and my ass was stuck in here for 4 hours with that. 3 hours for the game, and then the hour post-game show we did last night. And I'm out. I'm out. I'm out
tap,
on
Mike. Like UFC, you got to tap.
That's right.
Tap.
I'm out.
Tap out.
No more. So that's it. Jerry's 84, and I'm just going to wait him out.
That's unfortunate.
I want me some glory hole.
Jury, please retract that statement from the docket.
Although I don't have a lot of faith that once Jerry's no longer in power that it's going to change much, because Stevens had 30 years to
30 years of training.
Yeah, he's Donald Trump Jr. He's just going to be a mirror of his pops, I think.
Apple don't fall far.
No, I absolutely agree with you. So that's my Cowboys take. I'm done caring if they win.
I'm done too. I'm done for the day. Yeah.
Yes. When y'all do something funny or entertaining, or somebody's mom bitches about Dak on Facebook or whatever, we'll talk about those things. All right. It is in the building. We got to get to all the college stuff. I had a lot of back and forth on social media myself over the weekend with dipshit people, which, I don't normally engage with idiots, but I just, I had some downtime this weekend. The Cowboys are boring, and so I decided to have fun with it. In the meantime, though, let us tell you that our show is brought to you in part by Tri-Cities Pain. This is the place to go get rehabilitation. Rudy and I both have been complaining about certain things that are chronic that ail us. With
back and hips, baby. Back and hips for me.
For me, it's left shoulder. And we got to go get this crap taken care of. We both vowed to go in together here in a couple of weeks once we get through the new year and the holidays.
Yes.
We'll be over at one of the local Tri-City Pain Associates. There are several here in the San Antonio area. They got clinics down in Corpus Christi, Austin, Fredericksburg, and in the Metro 6 for you Dallas boys. It is Tri-City Pain. Their statewide phone numbers, 844-789-7246. They're located in San Antonio, Texas. Tri-City Pain Associates will help you recover right so you can get back in the game or at work or on your podcast and sit there without your back hurt. You know what else happens? And I noticed, maybe since I turned 50, and this is so horrible to admit, like getting up after sitting for a while, it does take a little longer than it used to.
Yeah, you got to.
You have the same? You get stuck? You get stuck in your body?
Yeah, if I'm sitting way too long, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's why I try not to sit too long. The most I sit is when we do our pod.
Man, so this morning I got up and I didn't have to, because we weren't going to the studio, so I had more time to kill this morning. And so I got my laptop and I was sitting cross-legged. We call it Indian style back in the day, but you can't say that anymore.
Can't say that. I didn't know that.
I was sitting Indian style. Crisscross applesauce.
Okay.
We'll do that. So that's what they call the kids say, crisscross applesauce. So I'm sitting in my bed, cross-legged, sitting up in the bed, just doing my work. And I probably sat there about 20 minutes. And I needed to go pee. And so I moved the laptop out of the way. And I go to get out of bed. Ooh, this is not happening without lots of pain.
Yeah, you got to rock. Good. You got to rock back and forth to get up.
Yeah, and then you get up, and then your legs are not hard. You look like a baby deer just came out of the womb trying to walk on ice. It's not good.
Yeah, we got to stretch. We got to stretch more. We got to stretch and yoga and Tri-City Pain. We need to be doing all of that.
More than ever, we need to stretch more, and I'm pretty good about it, but I'm not doing it enough.
No, I don't.
20 minutes in the same spot without losing all feeling in my body. Awful. And it happens more than ever now. It's a sign I'm getting freaking old. All right, so anyway, enough about that. But I had some fun. We had some back and forth with people over the weekend with regards to college football.
So what did you tweet that got people pissed? How did this start?
That Saturday was a shameful day for college football.
People disagreed with that?
Not everybody, but some.
Okay.
Idiots, people that go to Texas State and UTSA and Sam Houston, people that go to these lesser football schools, these conferences that have no business playing real football teams in a postseason tournament. they're the ones that they don't get it because they're too biased to understand the big picture. What happened Saturday sucked for college football. You know, let's just go through it. Bouquet, you got any production value in there? So we had the playoffs get up and running with Friday night's game between Alabama and Oklahoma.
Good game. Really good game. Entertaining game. Love that game.
Really good game. And there for a minute, I was thinking, damn, maybe Alabama shouldn't be in this tournament with their 3 losses.
They probably shouldn't. I mean, they won, but they probably shouldn't have been there. But continue.
Down 17-0. The Sooners come all the way back.
You mean Bama comes all the way back?
Yeah. Sorry, Bama comes all the way back. Let me pull this box score. And they
on the road,
rolling in Norman, 34-24. Ty Simpson couldn't do anything in the first quarter, but 17-0. OU, and they promptly get outscored 34-7 the rest of the way, and they get their asses kicked at home. And
with 50 Cent in the building.
With 50 Cent
in the building.
How much did Oklahoma pay 50 Cent to show up? And
half a mil. Half a mil minimum. Because you got the private jet, you got the like, it's a lot. It's at least 5 security minimum. They gave him $500K from the slush fund,
and that was the only cool part of the night for Oklahoma, who got curb stomped. All the things that I've said about Brent Venables are all true. He's an elite defensive coordinator. He coaches with an old school iron fist, which it can work, you know, and they've got pretty good money at Oklahoma. But what his offenses, though, are never going to be elite. They brought in John Mateer, and for 2 weeks he looked great. Then he got hurt and was never the same. They got slaughtered by Texas.
They did choke. That was a choke job.
Because here's what happened. Because in the playoffs, your quarterback's got to win you a national championship. Your offense has got to step up and win you a national championship. And if you get into a shootout situation, Brent Venables' teams are never going to win a shootout because they don't play offense up there. They play too old school football, and it bit their ass in the face the other night, and they got whooped, so Alabama advanced.
Losers, frauds.
You picked them to win. What are you talking about?
Losers. Of course, they're losers. All they do is lose in the big games. They're choke artists.
But
then why'd you pick them? Why'd you pick them?
Terrible. He sucks. 17-0 at home. You can't hold on. You kidding me?
No,
3
that's
possessions.
Fair. That's the only thing
home?
fair that you've said. But you can't call them garbage after you picked them to win.
Trash team, trash university, trash coach.
Hey, first of all, Brent Venables isn't a trash coach.
No,
but he needs pretty much an assistant head coach to be in charge of the offense.
Yeah, and Arbuckle's that guy, but
he's not that guy.
Mateer turned out to not be that guy. He's got swagger and he looks like Baker in a uniform, but he plays like Jane. And he did the other night with a 17-0 lead.
There was one other team that beat Oklahoma earlier this year, sometime late October.
Let me look at the schedule. Hang on, I got it here.
It was late October, somewhere around Dallas, in the Dallas Metroplex.
Texas Longhorns whipped.
So that was the first. So that was the first team that Texas beat. That was in the playoffs. That got eliminated. Continue, Mike.
I will continue. Absolutely, sir. I'm glad you asked. All right, in one of the other games at Kyle Field in College Station, Texas.
Oh, another team at home. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. The Texas Fighting Aggies in the playoffs for the first time. Texas loss was just a slip up. Rival games, anything can happen. We're legit. This is the best team we fielded in 50 years. This is a team that can win the national championship. No longer are we about big money, awesome facilities, shit product. We're actually going to match our facilities and our hype, and we're going to finally, once and for all, pay back our fan base that has been loyal to the tits for 100 years.
Yes.
You talk about Cowboy fans sticking around too long. Nobody is more dedicated to a spare, pretty decent program than the Aggies. All my buddies.
Them and their yell leaders.
Time, emotion. They invest their lives into this team because of the anxiety and the worry and all that. That's got to take years off my buddies' lives.
Hey, is your buddy going to be able to sell those tickets?
He's going to have to. Yeah, I know a guy that bought championship tickets already.
But like $3-4 grand.
14 grand.
Oh shit.
14,000 for 4 tickets. Total. So what's that per ticket? You're our mathematician.
That's a little over $3 grand a ticket.
Yeah. So he's looking for a buyer. At least he didn't get tattoo on his arm. Well, volleyball won a national title for the Aggies, so that tattoo.
Hey, shout out to the lady. Somebody got to save this program. The baseball team comes up short. Football team went Aggie, and the Lady Aggies go on a Dirk Nowitzki 2011 run and take down 3-1 seeds to win the volleyball. Volleyball's a big deal, so that's the only reason why I even text that. Volleyball's a huge deal. Volleyball's probably second behind football. So shout out to the Lady Aggies. Y'all got it. Y'all get a parade.
It's one thing to lose. And look, man, you get beat, and A&M was a good team all year long. But you score 3 at home. 3,
Mike. Unacceptable.
No,
you can't only score 3 points at home, man. No. Your last 2 games. And again, I had already put the Aggies in that bowl of teams that this is still a good season for them. National titles is just not in your cards. I'm sorry, Aggies. It's just not in your cards. Something will happen. But guess what? I will still applaud your season because you're one of those teams that I don't expect to win. So I'll give them, hey, man, 11-3 or whatever it is you went this year. You're going to make some money. You're going to get some recruits. I don't have them in that bowl of teams that are going to win a natty. It's just never going to happen. No. It's not going to happen. So, Aggies, you should have your head up, chest out, because this is the best you can be. This is the best you can hope for. Their expectations. They got to lower their, because if you do all this all year to lose to Texas and then get a home playoff game and you only scored 3, this is who you are. This is who you are. Head up, chest out. Great season, Aggies.
Miami 10, A&M 3 final.
Come on, bro. And if I'm the defense, I'm pissed. Like, bro, you can't ask me to do better than 10. You can't ask me to hold the team to better than 10. I can't do any more. In today's high-powered offense schemes that we run and everything's catered to the offense, can't touch this guy, can't hold this guy. If I hold a team to 10 at home, I expect us to win at least 13-10.
You said something a second ago. You still think this was a good season for them. I think that they think this was a trash season.
Because
when they look back on this season, all they're going to see is the 2 losses at the end to their arch nemesis, and then the postseason at home when they shit the bed with 3 points. This was the biggest game they played ever in my lifetime.
Right.
They've got this new season. They got this success. Had they beaten the U, then I would have said, what a great season. Everything else is great.
Okay.
But you don't. You got a $266 million athletic budget. Only Ohio State and Texas make more revenue than you do. You are top 10 every stinking year in recruiting. You have lost 4 games or more in a season, 26 seasons, but they think that they're elite. You never win.
See?
You finally have a great team, you think. All you had to do was beat Miami at home, and it's all gravy. And then you can raise your expectations going into 26. But at this point, now, the money, the coaches, the culture referendums on how do we switch and how do we evolve, you're right back to square one. You're right back to square one. And
they got to lower their expectations. You're not Ohio State. You're not Georgia. And even though they're not the same without Saban, you're not Bama. You're just not, man. It's like me, it'll never happen, but I could get abs, pecs. I could be shredded to the T. I'm still 5'8".
Right.
I'm never going to be Idris Elba. No matter how great in shape I am, I'm still going to be 5'8" with a bad back. The Aggies are 5'8" with a bad back. You could look great. Aggies, you look great this year. You had abs, you had the pecs, you look great, but you're still 5'8" with a bad back. It is what it is. They need to lower their expectations. This is who they are. I'm sorry. We're truth tellers. We're not here to coddle and hold your hand. And we rooted on the Aggies this year. And now since the rivalry's back, you're 0-2 to Texas, by the way.
Right. Still a little
one in Kyle, one in Austin, and then you go and put up 3 points at the crib against the U, and your defense only gives up 10. Lower your expectations.
Miami also had the better skill players. They had the better defense. They had the better skill players. They had the better coaching, and they took advantage of Marcel Reed, who turns out is just a guy. If we need you to beat South Carolina, you're our guy. But if we need you to beat our rival and to win a playoff game, I don't know how A&M can go forward with Marcel as their starting quarterback. And I know that he's young, but, man, he's got bones of delicate sugar, Rudy. Delicate sugar. He's just, I don't like him. If you are going to continue to act like a national championship contender, you cannot do so with Marcel Reed as your starting quarterback. He shit the bed the last 2 weeks. In Austin, he was bad. Saturday, he was atrocious. He was non-competitive. Miami had a defensive scheme for them that they were not ready for. Mario Cristobal and his staff bitch slapped Mike Elko and his people. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to be a Texan rooting for them Texas Aggies, and I feel bad for all my Aggie buddies. I do.
Sorry, Aggie buddies.
Sorry, Aggie buddies. All right. If you got mad and shot a bullet hole in your roof because you're an upset Aggie, GC will come patch it up for you if you can't do it yourself. It's our official roofing company, GC Roofing Construction and Services, serving all the way up to the hill country, all the way down to the Gulf Coast of the great state of Texas, and all points in between. It is GC Services Roofing and Construction. They will fix roofs. They replace roofs. We've had 26 people in the last, 18 months, I want to say, 14, something 15 months, just a little over the last year, 26 different members of our program who have had roofs either replaced outright or fixed by GC Services. All 26 give it a great rating, and they work in conjunction with the official solar company of in the building. It is Olympus Solar, the official solar company. If you are thinking about solar, our boys at Olympus want to talk to you, 210-236-8314 or olympuselectric210.com. They do electric, they do solar. If you're looking to put solar on your roof, maybe get you some solar stuff out in the yard, it is Olympus. This is our solar folks. So reach out to me if you think about it later on. You forget what's the name, it's Olympus. Reach out and I'll get you in contact with David and his guys over at Olympus. All right, so the thing that really got my Twitter feed hopping was the tweet that I tweeted. Let's see, I wrote, "Shameful night in college football with these two interlopers ruining the playoffs while there's 40 better teams sitting at home. Change the system now." I have spent all year bitching that you cannot allow a system where you have Tulane and a James Madison in your playoff bracket. And that's what we got. And I bitched all week about it. This is ridiculous. College football is being set up to look bad. And what happened? I turned on the game the other night, and it's 34-3 Oregon.
That was that was Ole Miss. That was the Ole Miss Tulane.
Both of them.
I think James Madison will cover, and this isn't Mike.
Yeah, but that was all a bunch of throwaway points. It was 37-3, I think, Oregon at one point, and then they let up.
Yeah,
they let up. But that gives Dan Lanning something to coach this week. See what y'all did? You let their asses score into the 30s. That ain't going to work this week when we play Texas Tech.
And me bringing up the fact that Texas beat both teams that were in the tournament. This isn't me defending Texas. This isn't me knocking OU and A&M. This is me saying we shouldn't have James Madison and Tulane in.
Correct.
That's what this is about. Like, y'all seen in the chat, well, why don't y'all bring up what happened to Texas and Florida? That was a bad loss. I'm not saying that that's a bad loss, but what I'm saying is I would have rather seen Texas play Oregon than I would have James Madison.
Yeah, Bama lost 3 fucking times.
Yeah, so I'm
You wanna
not.
give
This
Texas
isn't me
credit.
defending Texas. This is me. Sorry, who is it? Jennifer. Sorry, Jennifer. This is me ripping James Madison and Tulane. Well, no, this is me ripping the committee. Tulane and James
Yes.
Madison. Hey, y'all put us in. We're gonna go show up and get beat.
Mhm.
This is me
Right.
ripping the committee. That's what that is. I'm not a UT fan.
I thought that was shameful Saturday night watching that. It was embarrassing. You gave Oregon a layup, and now they have momentum going into the Tech game. You gave Ole Miss a layup. They don't even have their coach because he's a douche and he's at LSU and he's up for your consideration today for they have the one of the 2 D-bags of the year as their coach, and he bails on them, and they get a layup. You know, all the question was, how is Ole Miss going to respond to not having Lane? Well, I mean, shit, they're playing Tulane. The real response to not having Lane comes this week, not this one. They got a layup. The NCAA basketball tournament, that's a popularity contest. They have college basketball has 2 completely separate seasons. The regular
Yes.
season no one cares about,
Yes.
and a month-long drawn-out tournament with 68 effing teams, and y'all love the Cinderellas. When you have this is football, and we're only putting 12 teams in the tournament, you don't have time for Cinderellas. We're not going to reward lesser conferences.
Well, Champ Bailey said it best, Mike. Champ Bailey said, look, in football, Cinderella's not going to happen.
No.
Because keep in mind, Cinderella in basketball is a team full of grown men, seniors that have played together for 4 years, beating up on a team that has a bunch of one and dones. It just doesn't work like that way in football. And look, some people saying, hey, well, it would have been Notre Dame and BYU. Okay, cool.
Great.
This isn't me. Again, that's not the argument. I don't care who the other 2 teams are. BYU, Notre Dame, pick a team. What I'm saying is it shouldn't have been James Madison and Tulane is what I'm saying. I don't care if it's BYU and Notre Dame, whoever.
TCU would beat the shit out of James Madison too, and Tulane. You know who else beat the hell out of Tulane? UT San Antonio.
Oh yeah,
remember that? What was it, like 38 to 10 or something?
They power washed the Alamo Dome with Tulane's forehead.
Right, and Jeff talked shit about John Sumrall, their coach, after the game because he acted like they were piping in music and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Dude, it is ridiculous that we had to sit.
And I can't believe people were really arguing with you. I can't believe people were arguing with you about that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's senseless. And college football right now is in a bad way, and it sucks because I love college football. But it's creating, there's this nihilistic, wild ass, no regulation, nothing out there. And you got coaches leaving playoff teams before a playoff game, and you got a transfer portal in the middle of your postseason tournament, and you have a setup where you allow James Madison to play in a top 12 tournament. James Madison didn't deserve to be in a 32-team tournament. Maybe James Madison, maybe if it's a 48-team tournament, okay, yeah, James Madison, okay, they have a case for being one of the top 48 schools in the country. But we only have a tournament where there's only 12 of them. You cannot allow that. This must change. And it pissed me off to no end. You cannot have that. It's just.
I hope they figured that. I hope they figured that out. I hope they've realized that, and we change this next year. Today, executive order. We're taking the 12 best. We don't care conferences. Right. If it's 8 SEC and 4 Big Ten. That's what we're doing, or vice versa.
BYU
8 Big Ten, whatever.
And people and everybody dunked on Notre Dame for deciding they weren't going to play in their bowl game. 11 other schools also were skipping their bowl game.
Exactly. That's why
the anti-Notre Dame stuff's bullshit. Imagine how they felt the other night watching Tulane not even be able to compete for a series at Ole Miss. Notre Dame got jobbed. BYU got jobbed. Texas got jobbed. 4 or 5 other schools got jobbed.
If those 2 teams are in, I can say all those schools got jobbed.
Right. And I'm tired of that. Well, Texas shouldn't have lost to Florida. Florida would have beaten James Madison 80-7. Same thing.
Yes.
If Florida's in James Madison's conference, Florida wins that with an undefeated record. That is lesser football. It's lesser football. It's not even close. It's a shame. So now the playoffs have started as far as I'm concerned, because all the schools that are currently left are elite football teams who should be playing each other for a national championship. Now the tournament begins. That was That was bullcrap. And I'm willing to guarantee that after so many people with a lot louder voice than me and you, bitch, and they did, we're going to get changes. It just sucks. We have to get to why can't we have a system that makes sense from the beginning? Why it's almost like, why do you have to wait until my neighbor shoots his wife when I've told you for a year that they fight every night and I heard him threatening to murder her? Y'all won't come. I mean, you can't do not. It's just how do you just put a system in place from the beginning that works?
Right.
And they've never been able to figure that out. And it's outrageous and it's just absolutely stupid. All right, it is in the building. If you'd like to jump in here with a super chat, you may do so, or just chat, say whatever you want. We'll get to some of the best ones as we go along here. Show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor. Texas Cheer Liquor. They got 7 locations. We got Christmas coming up. New Year's is next week. Before it's too late, you need to get your butt in there and get liquored up. Get your stuff. Whether you're having a party or you're going to somebody else's, make sure you get taken care of at any of those locations.
Shout out to Gary Rice. Says I stopped by Texas Cheer Liquor on Saturday and spent $175. Got my in the building discount. Love you hard. Right. So yes, this is the week, man. Y'all go load. I know, you may not have one close to you, but for us and to support small business this week, go find one of those 7 Texas Cheer Liquor locations and support your local businesses. But make sure you say, I'm in the building. Indeed. Please, we want y'all to get that. And we get graded for it, but we want y'all to get the discount. It's for you. It was created for you, the listener. So Texas Cheer Liquor going to be bumping this week. So y'all stop by and holler at your boy.
How are Jim Beam sales?
For whatever reason, they got a lot of quantity, and Jim Beam, they're going to slow production because they got a lot of quantity. A lot of people aren't. Some people, gone to what are those drinks called? The THC infused drinks. That's been really booming, and some people just cutting back on their drinking. So Jim Beam, at first time in 200 years, kind of slow production. And if they do drink, they ain't drinking. Yeah, if they do drink, they're not drinking Jim Beam, who makes great juice. They've been doing it forever. But if people doing whiskey and bourbon, they choose another thing. So Jim Beam's like, hey, we got to slow this down.
Saw this in the Men's Journal.
Yeah, I saw that too.
The iconic American bourbon brand Jim Beam announced it will stop producing whiskey at its facility in Claremont, Kentucky, January the 1st. They're going to pause production from their main distillery for an entire year. They won't make any more bottles in that main distillery in the entire year. Some people blame some of the tariffs, but as you mentioned, alcohol drinking in general is down in America since 2000, since the pandemic. See, I thought it spiked during the pandemic.
It did, and then it took a dive, right?
Whiskey drinking has gone way down, which is very important, very, very interesting. So it says whiskey enthusiasts and concerned consumers are placing some of the blame on Trump's tariffs. Canada is a major export market for American spirits, serving as the second largest behind the European Union. Though there is an apparent link between the bourbon industry slump and the tariffs, it is worth noting that Kentucky bourbon sales started to plummet in 2024. Right. Alcohol consumption in the United States is on the downswing, and the percentage of adults who say that they consume alcohol has dropped 54%. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right now, I don't drink the way I used to, and that's just because I've gotten older. My body doesn't want to drink 2 or 3 beers every night anymore. Right. For me, it's age. I think young people are drinking less than we did. These new this Generation Z or whatever this is now, they drink less alcohol than anybody.
But they're pill poppers. And they're lazy. So like you're still gonna die early.
And they wear pajamas to school.
Yeah, you're lazy, you pop pills, and you have, you know what I mean? So like, okay, you don't drink. Yeah. Ooh, that we live in an influencer world, and the influencers have told us to stop drinking, and people listen to all these influencers. So but with all that said,
they just don't drink whiskey.
They don't drink whiskey.
Yeah, right. What's up, Aaron Caduper? He's in the building. $4.99. Thank you. And in the building, credo: a failure to plan is a plan to fail. All good, though, makes for show content. LOL. we planned. We just got busy. Hell, we're fine. Show's fine. Thank you, Aaron, as always. Ruben's in the building. $30. Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you, Rube.
Proud to say Aaron Rodgers couldn't find anything to eat on Cafe Don Juan menu. They don't serve the vegans over there. I am currently looking for an NFL bandwagon to jump on. Dallas should steal back Al Harris from Chicago for defensive coordinator. Merry Christmas in the building.
I love seeing Al Harris over there. We got Al Harris in the game, got us over there damn near leading the league and turning the ball over.
I think for the first time, and I didn't think I'd say this because I used to hate on him, but it was just having fun. I think I'm a Texans fan for the next month.
Nothing wrong with that.
They're playing good ball, and I'd like to see them win some playoff games.
Yeah.
I like Chicago because I love Caleb Williams, and you like the Bears, so I like the Bears because you do. I like the city of Chicago. I don't know, man. I don't know. I root for individual players like Quentin Johnston, who had a great game yesterday for the Chargers. TCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Who else
I don't
we got
know.
here?
Root for individuals.
Yeah.
Chris Silva donated $1. Thank you, Chris. We'll take it. Edith Merla. What's up, Edith? Is in the building. $9.99. I listened to
Edith.
Friday's show and heard that Mike is back in the holiday spirit. So happy to hear it. Happy holidays, guys. The Santa Claus movie rocks. Oh, yeah. That's what got my spirit. I had not had any Christmas spirit till last week. I came home from work, and they had the Santa Claus on with Tim Allen and Judge Reinhold. And I'm like, oh, I stopped down and watched it for like 45 minutes. I just wasted 45 minutes of my day. I just got suckered in by it, and I remember what a great little movie that is. The Santa Claus is an underrated Christmas movie, and it got my Christmas spirit back.
I ain't gonna lie. So my 7-year-old, she either has worms or she has ADHD. She either has worms or ADHD. She can't sit still, right? But
well, she said,
but
she has worms.
She sat and watched Home Alone and loved it. It made me happy. It put me in. We watched Home Alone together. I'm sitting there watching her, and she didn't move because normally she's up, move, grab the blanket, sit on the floor, roll around 8 times, do jumping jacks, 7 cartwheels, and I'm like, okay. No. She watched Home Alone all the way through, laughed all the way through. I was like, damn, okay, maybe you don't have worms. You're just 7. So yeah, the Christmas movie's getting me back in the spirit too.
AJ Garcia's in the building. Ole Miss and Oregon started their seasons by playing cupcake low-tier teams, and those same type of teams are now playoff worthy. TU would have destroyed either one of those Pee Wee teams.
Of course.
Aggie admitting that. Yes, we just want teams that deserve to. Again, we don't have 68 teams in the college football tournament. We only put 12 in. Just put the 12 best damn teams in and be done with all this committee seeding and all this conference championships and all the bullshit. Doesn't make any sense. We're so territorial as Americans. We get wrapped up in geography and we groups, and it's like, oh, well, they want a conference. They, of course, should go to the playoffs because they want a conference. They won what? They want a conference. They shouldn't even be playing any of the teams in Power 4. It's like, I heard Sark this year. Now Sark's pissed off. He's like, we're going to have to reevaluate how we schedule. We're going to have to start playing Our Lady of Victory and, Lady by the Lake Tech, because we played Ohio State because we were told that our non-conference schedule wasn't difficult enough. And now it's being held against us because we lost to Ohio State while Mississippi beat our Duck Butter U. Here's what needs to happen. No Power 4 schools play any of those shitty teams in the non-conference. Just play teams from other conferences that are on Power 4 level.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of these crap conferences, these crappy schools that are not in Power 4, and just not play any of them. They need their own league, like the LPGA.
Right.
Power 4 conferences need their own football league. All those 4 conferences only play each other. Just do it that way. Eliminate these cockroach schools. Let them have their own damn league, like Division II has. Another big matchup this week between Montana and Montana State. The mighty
That's
Montana.
Always a great game, by the way.
It's a great game. They have a playoff. They're just as happy that they won.
North Dakota State,
you know,
always a
let
great
James
kid.
Madison play Tier 2 league for the Natty. James Madison and Tulane, they could play for the the second league championship.
Make the NIT. It's really not that hard.
Yes, my God, scrap the calendar. Redo the whole thing. Treat college football what it is. It is just another professional pro league in this country. You know, whether we got the Brahmas or the Talons or the Commanders, all these little shit upstart wannabe spring football leagues. We already have a second professional football league in America, and it's called college football. And it needs a league with a full, it needs to be operated like the NFL does. It needs a league office with a commissioner and people that work for him and a union, by the way, a college football players union. Have one of those. Let Nick Saban be the commissioner and just have a fucking league. And you only play the teams that are in the Power Four. You still have your conferences, but your non-conference games, well, okay, Texas in non-conference, maybe you got to play, you know, maybe you play Indiana or you play
Clemson,
whoever, Georgia Tech. Stop playing these crap-ass teams. I'm sick of this whole thing. Well, we can't find anybody to play. We're going to go give UTSA $1.5 million so they'll come get their ass kicked at College Station. That's a waste of everybody's time, too. Only reason those games, the only people that benefit from those games are the crappy schools that get the money because they're poor and they don't have the money and they need the money, so they're willing to go get their ass kicked at Kyle Field. It's just, there's so much wrong with college football, and it sucks, Rudy, because I just love college football so much.
Amen.
All right. Want to do some punching and get a little violent up in here?
Why not?
Let's do it, Bouquet. It's time for People I Want to Punch, presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kell.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
Today and why?
So my 17-year-old got another part-time gig. She's working at Peter Piper Pizza as a host. Right. You know, when you decide to have your birthday party, you can have your birthday party there and not have a host. Like, you can just get a couple pizzas, but she's working as a host, where that means she comes by, takes their order, gets their drinks, brings their cake, refills their drinks. Do you need to add something to the order? Do you need to take some kids off? You need to put some kids on, which is a service, right?
Yep.
3 parties this weekend. 3. Big fat goose egg on the tip.
Oh.
Punch you non-tippers. And I know, well, Japan is frowned upon. This ain't Japan. I know people are over tip culture. I get it. I know a lot of people hate it. But I got to punch people that don't know how to tip when you've been served. Again, if it's a Starbucks, I get it. Like, hey, you just handed me my coffee, whatever. If they're whatever, I get it. I know people are beat down by tip culture. But if you have a host, I just had my 7-year-old's party there in November. Okay, I don't remember what it was, $300. I gave him $60. The young lady, 17-year-old young lady, did her job. She did great. Gave her $60. 3 parties, 0 tips. Punch you bastards that don't know how to tip.
Man.
Punch you bastards. Or if you don't want to tip, then don't ask for a host.
So your daughter, her job was to host those parties, to take care of those big parties.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That should be a given.
No, it's not, man. People hate tipping. The people's go-to line is tell these employers to pay more. Okay, whatever. I'm not about to argue with you, but I'm just punching people because I tip. I'm a tipper. I'm a tipper, man. I'm a tipper.
I tip who deserves it.
Yeah, for sure.
And a host running my whole party, of course, needs to get tipped. That's ridiculous.
And it ain't even got to be 20%. The sun's still up. 15, 10, whatever. Something. Baby came home. She was pretty cool about it, but she was like, "No." I was like, "What's up with your tips? What'd you get?" I want to take me out to eat. I didn't get anything. I was like, "You did 3 parties." 0 tip. All 3 parties.
Bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's wrong, man. That pisses me off.
Yeah, man, it is also what it is. People hate tipping. People hate tip. Tipping culture is becoming another one of those. You know, we're divided on everything. We're divided on tip culture as well.
That ain't cool, man. That's bullshit. What happened was you got places like Starbucks that they want you to tip the person simply for punching your order into the machine.
Yeah.
And then Starbucks is so cheap, they make all those kids share the tips. You're not tipping her, you're tipping the bar.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that though, because you didn't do anything other than press start on a coffee maker and it made it for you. I don't want to take away from what baristas do because they do a good job. But like if I go to like Starbucks, there's 10 people in there. They're not really doing a lot. If I go into a small coffee shop and it's one kid and he does everything, he takes my order and makes the coffee, I'm going to give that kid a tip. But a lot of these places now, not just coffee shops, they're places that obviously should not be tipped.
Right.
And they turn the thing around, they turn their back, and they make it all weird. We know what we do. Right. And a lot of times, most times I hit no, skip.
Yeah.
But some person's hired to take care of my birthday party and to not tip them, man. That's some bullshit, man. Fart in their face. Good. That's a good pun.
Yeah.
Right in their faces. All right. I want to punch, even though he got punched a whole bunch already. I want to punch Jake Paul. I need Jake Paul to go find. I know that he's super popular and he's an influencer and he's got 50 million followers.
Joshua made more money than he's ever made fighting Jake Paul.
I know he did, and good for Jake.
Yeah.
Jake's a brand. I need him to get out of sports because I don't want to see him in my timeline. Find another hobby that's not sports. Now that he got annihilated the other night, hopefully that'll be it for boxing. I doubt it because there's too much money to be had. But finally, he fought a decent fighter for the first time. He didn't fight washed up Mike Tyson. He didn't fight Guadalajara Bill from down on the border.
Hey, Mike, can I say this?
Someone worked the shit, and look what happened.
First of all, has he ever made the douchebag? Him or his brother?
Yeah. He has.
Now, he's a douche. He's a douche. But I will say this. Joshua's a big mother father. And while I can't stand Jake Paul, and I wouldn't mind if I never saw him again, I'm total agreement with your punch. I did find a newfound respect for him because he took an ass whooping.
He did.
Broke his jaw. I'm not getting in the ring with Joshua. So I cannot stand the Paul brothers. But I did gain some. Now, yeah, he kept falling on the ground. I watched a bit of it. He kept falling on the ground because he was getting his ass kicked. He was like, man, I want out. But I did find a newfound respect for him because that is a big ass dude. And it took a lot for Joshua to knock him out.
Yep. I know.
It was on Netflix, Thomas. It was free. I don't pay for it either.
Well, I just hope that he'll find something else to do to get attention. He needs attention desperately. He's just, I don't know what happened to him as a kid, but he didn't get nearly enough attention. He took advantage of a loophole because heavyweight boxing is so down for the last 20 years. He used that to his advantage to become, and he trained his ass off and became a competent fighter. He just can't beat someone on a legit pro level like that.
No.
I need him to find another hobby. I know you need lots of attention. Go find something else to get lots of attention and get out of sports. I'm
fair with that. I'm fine with that. Me too.
All right. Orlando Kill, if you are done with your old lady, if you need something else, maybe it's gotten stale. Maybe things aren't spicy. Whatever. Maybe it's not. Things have run their course. Orlando can help you get out of that and take advantage of his amazingness and let him be your representative in court if that day comes. 50% of you boys, Merry Christmas. 50% of y'all are going to get divorced.
Probably in January.
Well, there's usually an uptick of divorces in January, February, and March because people get weird around the holidays and like over-evaluate their lives and stuff. But hey, Orlando's there. The official family lawman of our show is Orlando Kill. 210-775-4995. You can email him directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right, Rudy put in his, normally every day we text each other what we want to get into. You wrote today, Germany is awesome. So I'm super interested to hear where this goes.
So I purposely left out the story so you wouldn't look it up so I could get a real reaction. Mike and I do that to each other sometimes.
Stop doing that. Even if I think I know, okay. I don't want to know. I want you to tell me. It's better talk show.
Yeah. So in Germany, liquor isn't frowned upon, and a hangover is a legit sick day in Germany. So if you are legit hungover in Germany, your employer is required to let you use a sick day. So you go to the doctor, get proof you're hungover, be like, hey man, I'm hungover. I can't come in. And I was like, God damn, Germany. I didn't think I liked you big old husky white boys, but I like y'all. A hangover in Germany is a legit call. You know how many times you've had a hangover you had to lie? How many times when I was at Nationwide for 10 years, I'm hungover off my ass trying to chase Anna around the city at 26 years old, getting home at 4 a.m. I'm hungover to the T's. And I'm like, oh man, I got the squirts. I'm throwing up. I'm lying. In Germany, you could just be like, yo, man, I drank too much last night, boss. I won't be in today. Click, and they got to let you use a sick day for that. So reach around to the Germans for allowing you to get hung. They know, like, hey, man, you work every day. Yeah, go ahead, tie one on. If you get hungover, go ahead and call in. No big deal.
If a German says he's hungover, then he's hungover.
He went hard because they can drink. They can drink.
Yeah, they drank. They drank over there. So I have an ex brother-in-law, Andy. What's up, Andy? Haven't seen Andy.
What's up, Andy?
Andy was married to my first wife's sister. He was from Austria, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's from Austria. And I remember they had come to visit because they were living in, where'd they live? Munich. And so they came to visit Munich. And it was so cool. His whole family came. It was actually, they were in town. They were getting married. They decided to get married. And they had 2 weddings, one in Germany and they had one in Fort Worth. So both families could see their babies get married. Well, bunch of Germans still came over to the States to see the wedding anyway when they got married in Fort Worth. So it's his parents, his sister. I hung out with all these German people for 2 weeks. And we're out drinking one night, me and my soon-to-be brother-in-law, right before the wedding. And I noticed that he's rolling through Bud Lights. And we're just sitting there shooting the shit. We're talking. He was into soccer. He was into Formula One way back in the day. Michael Schumacher. That was his guy. This is probably 1995. And I'll never forget, we're sitting there and I noticed he orders a 3rd Bud Light. I'm like, this guy's from Munich. I thought he was about to get my ass blasted drinking with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, Andy, dude, why are you drinking Bud Light? He's like, because I'm driving. Because he was driving. I drink American beer when I have to drive. Okay. Most of us can't drink any beer.
Hell no.
Today I have drink Bud Light. He had like 7 of them. He was perfectly sober.
He was perfect.
He's fine.
He wasn't drinking no big ass, thick ass German lagers.
Yeah, man. No, absolutely. That dude, God dang.
No.
And I had never had like legit German beer either till he gave me some recommendations. You couldn't just get German beer back in the day in the 90s just anywhere. Like now you can get German beer everywhere. You couldn't get it. So we had to like find places that would have it. You know, there was a badass German restaurant in Fort Worth back in the day. I can't remember the name. They had legit shipped imported German beer. That's when I knew that's when my little drinking Bud Light and Zima ass. I didn't know nothing about drinking no beer till I hung out with my German buddy. That was fun. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Uh-oh, panic, Bouquet.
What's up?
Oh, God. Uh-oh. Is that Rudy or me?
Rudy had a good run there for a hot
he had a
second.
really good one. Oh, man, he had a
Hit
great
the refresh
one.
button, Rudy.
Oh, man.
Hit the refresh button. Now he'll be back here in a second.
He'll be back in a second. Wait for him to dial back. Bouquet, what are you doing today? Why are you so quiet?
Nothing. We're chilling.
Okay.
Quiet day.
Yeah.
I can hear. But I can hear our guy just moaning away. But no,
Okay.
quiet day.
Okay, good.
I was thrilled James Madison covered.
Did you win money on that? Oh, yeah, you won on that.
Yeah. No, I was more worried about this competition.
That pissed off Vegas. That pissed off a lot of people. Something awful that James Madison scored late points.
Yeah,
But
and
that gives Lanning something to get pissed off over and make sure that Oregon don't get the big head going into the Tech game.
Yeah, I think Oregon's gonna roll as well. But and also gambling bets of the year, people betting against Jake Paul. You know, that's how people are washing money nowadays, Mike. Make
That's how
those
they're
sports
washing money or watch. What'd you just say? Washing money?
bets. Yeah.
Okay.
You get drugs and or you get money in a nefarious way. You got to wash that money. You put an easy bet on Jake Paul to get his ass beat. There you go. Wash your
Rudy,
money.
have you ever drank beer with German people?
Only the ones that are true Germans at Worst Fest.
Oh yeah.
And I've left Worst Fest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. You know who else can drink? When I lived in Wisconsin for that short time, years and years ago in 2013.
Oh, those people up north can drink.
There are a lot of them are German descendants. Big ass tall Viking son bitches from
Hell
Europe,
yeah.
Germany, Sweden, Finland. Them some
They
bitches.
can put it away.
Now Mexicanos can do some drinking. Ain't no doubt.
Otra,
Hispanics.
otra vez. I'm like, fuck.
I forgot something. I forgot to tell you guys something. This made me chuckle. So my mom is aware of you guys.
What do you
now.
mean?
I don't know how. She's aware of you guys, but she's giving you guys a Christmas gift. Next time I see you guys,
What?
I will be giving you guys a Christmas gift from her. But she was like, yeah, give this to these guys. And she's saying this in Spanish. She's like, give it to them. She was like, yeah, el blanco y el negro. I was like, oh my God. Are you kidding?
Blanco y negro.
El blanco y el negro. That's what you guys are to my mother. So,
The white and the black.
yeah. El blanco y el negro. I was dying. I was like, oh my Lord.
So you've got presents from her for us?
Yeah.
I hope it's not photos of her breasts.
Maybe it is. Maybe they're signed.
Oh.
Who knows?
Dang it. I really don't want that.
Yeah, so I had a good chuckle. So you guys are now in
Thank
my head.
you.
El
Thank you, Miss
Blanco, El
Bouquet.
Negro.
All she knows is you work with a white and a black, but she doesn't know any of the content, I'm assuming, correct?
No, she
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Big old long black one.
God almighty.
We had
Thank
21
you,
for
Miss
life.
Bouquet.
Yeah,
Thank
21
you.
for life is right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Bouquet.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Blanco y
congratulations.
negro.
That's you guys.
It's a new loteria. We should make our own loteria card with me and Rudy like holding our bottles.
We should. We need a
Blanco y
loteria.
el negro.
I thought of it more of like a 1960s, like really old retro Marvel team. It's just like an action heroes, maybe. You guys are Starsky and Hutch, basically.
No,
but El Blanco y El Negro.
we're Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
I
like
learned
that
about
too.
them recently. I didn't know they were a
Oh,
twosome.
baby. That is a twosome, sir. They made
Yeah.
great movies together. Some of the great comedies of the 70s were those two dudes.
I watched
God
the Eddie
rest-
Murphy documentary. That's
God
why I
rest
learned.
both,
That was
both
good.
of their souls. Both
Yeah.
of them souls.
Eddie Murphy, really popular guy. Who would have thought?
He does bits. He does these things. He discovers these old celebrities and loves to say those things in front of us, so we'll get flustered. Don't let him do it, Rudy. Stay above.
All right. Well,
I've let him piss me off too much this year.
yeah. I
My
don't
New
want.
Year's resolution: be pissed off at Bouquet less.
I'm down with that. Can I give a reach around real quick? I want
Always.
Bookie, stay on camera for this.
The floor is
Oh, no.
yours.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give a reach around to myself. So 2009, I'm playing Tiger Woods golf on the PlayStation 4. I finally said, you know what? I'm ready for the real deal. August 2009, started playing golf.
Sure.
We're now December 2025, so that's 16 years in a few months. And I'll have you know, Saturday, Mission Del Lago, hole number 5, 130 yards, pitch and wedge in hand, first hole in one.
No.
First hole in one.
What?
dog. I have my first hole in one.
What?
I have my first
Why
hole
did we
in
leave the show
one.
with this? Why did we leave the show? What?
Because it was like, yo, dog. And I always said I wasn't going to be that guy, but that was my first time sprinting in about 15. I sprinted all 130 yards to that
Wow.
gosh damn hole.
Did anyone get a video of this?
No, but my buddy
Oh
Ron
my
Wallace was there.
God.
And again, a hole in one is a hole in
Wow.
one, right? Any hole in one is a hole in one. I don't care
Yes.
if it rolls 20 yards. But this one, I stuck to about 2 feet and just trickled in, and I took off sprinting toward the hole like a damn idiot. Took me 16 years to get my first hole in one, man. I FaceTime my wife. I did all my golf group chats. And Anna was like,
hell yeah.
Anna was like, what is that? I was like, bye.
What is that?
What is that?
Yeah.
16 years, baby.
Wow,
some guys
dude,
never
that's
get
badass,
one.
man.
Wow.
Please get the fuck out of here. It's my night.
That's
Way to
beautiful.
go, dude. What day was this? Saturday?
Saturday morning.
You waited 1 hour and 10 minutes into the program. That's
Golf.
awesome, dude.
I
Golf
can't
talk
believe
stuff.
that.
Pitch
That
and
is
wedge,
awesome.
130. Trickled
Hell
in
yeah.
from 2 feet.
Did you
Did
tell
you
the
run-
clubhouse? Did you tell the clubhouse? Did you get the thing from the clubhouse?
No, I left. I left right after the round. I had to go. I had to get to work.
Mm.
Oh, we could have got Rudy's picture put up at the Alamo courses just cycling through.
They
Yeah,
do that?
man.
They do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, get your propers, man.
Oh, I didn't know they did
awesome.
that.
Fuck, that'd be
Dude,
so
that's
funny.
fantastic. Bouquet, you ever had a 1? You ever had an ace?
No, I'm not. I'm playing today in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to now since Rudy just set the standard. But fuck, it would have been so funny to head to the golf course and just see Rudy's face there.
I didn't know they did that.
that.
The three, but all 3 guys that I was playing with were like, I've never witnessed one. They're like, I've
Yeah.
never even seen one. Like they were like, I just took off running.
That's the
awesome.
goal. That's
I threw
gold
my
right
golf
there.
club in the air and just took off running. I was like, I always wonder why people did that, but it was an out of body experience. It was
I'd probably
crazy.
take my shirt off and jump in the
It was
pond.
crazy.
That's
Never
awesome.
thought I'd get one. Never
Congratulations.
thought I'd get one.
Kick
Man.
ass. A wedge from 130.
Yeah, pitch and wedge. I've been hitting the pitch and wedge. Well, full swing,
That's
full.
cool.
I'm
and I
so
was like-
jealous.
It was just one of those things. You're like, oh man, that's a great ball. And then like it's up on, and if you know number 5, Buki, it's up like on a hill a bit, so you can see down. It's their shortest part 3, and so you could see. So I could act like sometimes you can't see it because it's flat, so you don't know. But up
Mhm.
there, you just saw it trickle in, and I was like,
You
Oh,
hit an
shit.
elevated. You hit an elevated par 3, a pitching wedge 130.
yeah,
God damn, Rudy, you got to hit the weight room.
I know, right?
It's work,
No.
man. Hell yeah.
Anyway, my
Nice
phone's
work,
gonna die
man.
soon
Boy.
Big old long black one.
Your phone's gonna die soon.
because I didn't charge it because I didn't think we were doing
How
it
much
at home.
juice you got?
A little, we're good.
Okay, all right. Are you?
Let's go.
okay? All right, let's go. Let's get into it. It's in the building, presented by Rudy's Golf Swing and Slackers, the official sports bar in the building. Slackers. They got 5 locations. We had a good time last week at the Winter Ball over at the
Oh, it was a blast.
Rector location. That was good times, real good times. So there's 5 in town. Go choose from either one of them. They always have great parties. I've seen all of their Instagram posts lately. They've had a whole bunch of cool videos from their celebrations for Christmas. All 5 of them are the same people, but they're all 5 so unique, not only geographically speaking, but it's like the parties they do and the different kind of styles they have and things. So it's all 5 are a unique experience. It's Slackers, the official sports bar of In the Building. All right. I am excited for Spurs Thunder doubleheader. F the Cowboys. I'm out on them. We got 2 games with Thunder now this week.
Yeah, that's
Tomorrow
a
night-
third time.
Is it here tomorrow night? There on Christmas Day?
Yes.
All right.
You ain't make the champs go on the road, so I'm thinking that's how it goes.
All right. A split would be great. I'm not sweep would be awesome. They've already beat the Thunder last week. A split would be nice. I don't want to get my ass kicked 2 weeks, two games in a row
No.
by these people. The Spurs now, and they whooped ass last night in Washington, beat Atlanta Friday. Wemby had 26 points in 21 minutes.
He's unreal.
He's ridiculous. And so they're rolling. The Spurs are now, they've reached that category where they're going to beat all the bad teams. And now all of the elite teams they play, like the top 5, 6, 7 teams in the league, they're competitive.
They're the 2 seed in the West.
I know
Right now.
like the best team in the conference. I don't want to say that, but record-wise, they are the 2 seed,
are.
like you said. Yeah. So
I can't wait for Christmas. I don't know why the league did this 23rd, 25th. Like Christmas Day, man. That's supposed to be the first time. I mean, you can't help the in-season tournament, but I didn't
Yeah.
get the 23rd, 25th. But
well,
I
we're all
want to
fired
see.
up here. Nina's all fired up. She's been asking me, when do they play next? Tomorrow night. What time? 7? Do we have FanDuel? No. Damn it. What's on Prime on third? Oh, okay. Yeah. She wants to. I got my family watching.
Bro, my wife's back all in.
Yeah,
she hasn't been like, she just watches and she's like, I don't know any of these guys, but now she's like, when are the Spurs on? Like, and I stopped down and we all watch Spurs games in this house.
So Mitch said something interesting about Wemby. Asked about the minutes again because he still continues to come off the bench. And what Mitch said was there is no timetable on this. They're going to have him come off the bench and put him on a minutes restriction until they decide not to. They don't have a date. They don't have a goal date in mind.
Kind of what you were saying they should do anyway. They guess Mitch listens to in the building.
Well, maybe not
coming off the bench though.
But
right.
in minutes, I think his minutes restriction is like 25. So at some point they may go to 30. And it was interesting. Mitch said, quote, and he used the phrase that's in my head, because of his unique anatomy and situation.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to take it extremely slow with him.
And they're winning.
He was not happy. He was frustrated in Washington last night because they blew the lead. Now they maintained it and they won against the worst team in the league record-wise. He's a little frustrated with not starting and now he's sitting on the bench like Derrick Henry in Baltimore in key stretches of games, and he's like, "Hey, I want to go," but Mitch is like, "No, because of your anatomy, you ain't going."
Welcome to San Antonio.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to San Antonio. I only 21 years old. I only 21-year-old Mitch. I haven't played in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and you've not been healthy at all since you got here. You miss a month of season every season.
And you know what's crazy? He still beat everybody to 3,000 points.
I know.
The quickest to 3,000 points with all of his injuries.
All those injuries.
It's insane stat.
Insane. Rogie is in the building. If we pay enough, could we get someone to smack Buki?
Nobody's smacking Buki.
I don't want him smacked.
Miss Buki gave us Christmas presents. Protect Buki at all costs.
Correct. Absolutely. We love Buki. We don't like him all the time, but we love him.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he and I have to have a discussion about his vulgarity in 2026. We're not going to
fuck that.
We're not going to get picked up by one of these major outlets with that, and we will leave you behind. If we have to. We don't want to.
He's he's too vulgar.
Yeah. Gosh.
I haven't talked about my lips in like 3 weeks.
That's true.
I'm super happy about that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. They got slightly polluted this weekend. I had a Harry Potter Christmas party.
I shouldn't even have brought this up. We shouldn't even have mentioned.
Oh yeah, the Harry Potter Christmas party. Who does that?
Shouldn't even have read it.
Yeah, it was Ron Weasley. Had the wig. We went out to a bar. It was hilarious.
Shouldn't even have
I don't know who Ron Weasley is. Okay.
Oh my god.
Harry Potter, the redhead.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Can't expect Rudy to know stuff about Harry Potter. Come on, man. All right. DeSnide's in here. They got dominated by Texas, dominated at Kyle Field in a quiet stadium. Texas is actually going to have a longer season because they don't play till New Year's Eve, and the Aggies are already done. Little brother never disappoints.
Wow. I've never seen UT fans celebrate. UT fan didn't celebrate like this after they beat A&M and OU.
They're happy.
They're more happy about OU and A&M losing than they are about beating them.
Everything Texas is in here. What a fraudulent ride it was. Elmo and the posers only had to face one SEC team with a winning conference record, and they got cooked. Lost at home to a team from a conference with freaking Duke as the champion. Please, please, please pay Marcel to stay and lose to Big Daddy again. Just rolls in here. Let's see. The Cave Daddy, Marcel Reed, in his last 2 games, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 8 sacks, 1 fumble, and an 0-2 record.
Ooh.
He ain't it. I agree. I mean, he just ain't it. Ain't it.
Aaron, who else? What you got?
The frauds were out Saturday. Turns out playing the softest SEC schedule ever can make people think that you're good. Good riddance to Tamu. Embarrassing performance. Getting dunked on. Barstool Texas A&M bashed its own self. And they quoted former Incarnate Word quarterback Cam Ward. The Aggies, if we keeping it a buck, we ass. Their own people crush it on themselves.
Wow.
Oh, it's not good. Not good. Jorge just donated 5 more memberships to
Jorge's my
Dude,
hero.
You are the man, dude. Thank you so much. All right, that's good. All right, we've done enough. We've created enough damage today.
Okay.
I gotta go shopping. I'm not
All right, let's get started.
I'm down for a members only show later in the week if y'all are. I don't have time today. I've got a show.
That's fine.
You okay with that? Okay. All right. So who is the champion, Bouquet? We'll leave this tomorrow, but we're going to end the show by crowning a champion.
Crowning a champion, we will indeed.
Okay. Hit refresh.
He is a major douchebag.
Of course. Well, yeah, both of them are.
He hurt my feelings significantly.
Oh, I know who this is.
He got me the most excited I've ever been for a football season I've ever been in my life.
We gonna win that bitch.
Yeah, he smokes a lot of ayahuasca.
I thought I had a lot in common with him with his drug use. And it turns out we have nothing in common. It's Aaron Rodgers taking home the championship, 56%.
56?
Glory forever.
44.
Aaron Rodgers will live in glory forever because once you win this once, that's it. That's it. You're done. We retire all the winners. We should have a past winners tournament this summer, maybe. I thought that might be fun. Shit. Yeah.
That would be fun.
All right, we're done. Thanks to Bouquet. Thanks to the people. You guys have a good week. A lot of y'all are probably off. We're going to do shows tomorrow. We're working every day except Thursday, except Christmas.
At home, Rudy.
All at home. We're going to have a Christmas Eve show from home too. So tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday in the building is working, homie. We working. All right, y'all. Wish me luck. I got to go get in that Christmas rat race here in a minute. Love y'all hard. Thanks.
We gotta keep on.